everybody, I'm here to share a haul, but I also want to share what I did this weekend. Been playing with some, well, I've had a screenshot of this for a while and I can't share it with you because it's on my phone that I'm using, but the Stamp Market, they have a very specific, I guess, color scheme that they use a lot of, and you can actually see it in their packaging. That's why I'm holding this sheet from the stamps in here. You can see a lot of their colors when they make cards. She tends to use a lot of these same colors, and the Color Crush paper that she put out recently, the owner, had all these colors in it. So I wanted to put together, I guess, a color collection using the recommended colors that she has, because I guess she gets asked a lot about it. So I created this little box here of my Stampin' Up! Ink pads, going through the recommended colors that she had first, and then seeing if that was what I wanted to use, because some of the recommended colors that she had are a little different than what I ended up with. So, and I don't have the paper pad out right now, but if you had the paper pack, then you would see that these are a lot of the similar colors that she has. Oh, hold on one second. Here it is. So I used a piece of paper that has the stripes down on it. So you can see this one right here. It has stripes on it. And I used the colors that were in that, as well as the solids here in this pack, to try and color match what I have for inks. Now, I didn't go out and buy new ink or anything like that. I just looked at my ink pads to see if I had most of the colors that she recommended, and I did. But then I got to looking after stamping the colors out at what she had and how close they were. Of course, your monitor can vary by color too when you look at it. So this screenshot I had taken off of her, I think her blog or something like that. And in it, she has these color combinations that she uses. And the first thing she listed was Guava Sensation by Basil. Now that's paper, because Basil doesn't make ink, right? So I went and looked to see if I had a close match. This probably took me the longest one to find, but I chose Mauve Mist as my, from Stampin' Up, as my go-to for this pink right here. Now, Mauve Mist is a retired color. And like I said, it's from the ink pads that I own. I didn't go out and buy something new for it. So Mauve Mist, she has Emerald Envy, Coastal Cabana, and my Coastal Cabana doesn't look like this color, so I substituted another color, and I'll show you. Caramel Apple from Basil. Now, because this is Basil cardstock, I looked to see if I had an ink pad that matched this, and the Stampin' Up! Cucumber Crush was the closest I could come to that. The Chartreuse by the Paper Source. Again, that is paper and not ink, so I used Summer Starfruit for that. Pumpkin Pie by Stampin' Up! Flirty Flamingo by Stampin' Up! And Powder Pink by Stampin' Up! So those are the colors she had listed here as far as like her go-to colors, because it's just a beautiful rainbow, if you guys can see. I'll turn it sideways. I know there's a crease in the paper, but I went through my stash of inks, which I probably have an abnormally large amount of ink pads compared to some folks. So I have lots of inks, so I went ahead and made this card. So I would have a reference of them stamped out. So there's Mauve Mist. And I used a stamp from Waffle Flower Crafts to stamp these swatches, and it's actually made for swatching. And then I just wrote the name in each of the sections here, because the stamp is actually it's one part, it's one stamp, but it's got a block here and a block here. So Emerald Envy, as she recommended. And here is my Coastal Cabana. Now, you will notice that this is more on the green side than the blue side that she was showing. So rather than remove it, I left it in because it's a nice complement with the Emerald Envy. I also added the Soft Sky okay? And this is probably now different than you'll see here. Okay, Soft Sky is not in this rainbow, but it is in this pack here. And you see it right there. This blue stripe right in here is a close match to the Soft Sky. So that's where I got that edition from. Cucumber Crush, which is the caramel apple. Summer Starfruit, which is the chartreuse. And then you'll notice she has pumpkin pie here. And my pumpkin pie looks much darker than this. So I nixed it, took it out, and substituted mango melon. Okay, and again, the paper pack helps me because if I put it up to the paper pack, it's probably closer than my pumpkin pie was, because pumpkin pie was just too dark. And then Fleur de Flamingo, that looks really close. And then the last one, which is Powder Pink, is very close too. So that is what I did this weekend, in addition to swatching a lot of colors. But you'll notice that all of the ink pads are in here together, so if I want to pull them, I don't have to worry about it. I may separate them at some point, but I figured I'd put them together so that I could show those to you quickly in my video. And now to the haul. Okay, so I got several orders in from a couple of different places that I've been waiting on. This first one is from Paper Tray Ink. I purchased the Oh Happy Day, well, is that what it's called? Happy Day from Paper Clippings stamp set. I purchased the die as part of a D-stash from somebody, and so I wanted to get the stamp that coordinated with it. That's the only reason why you don't see the die, because I've already purchased the die. Before I forget, there is an ink refill in here, and this is for fine linen for one of their ink pads. I'm still missing that one, so I picked it up because it came back in stock. I purchased 2 of the teacup die. There is a stamp that goes with this, but I kind of just wanted the cups so you could stack them, and I purchased more than one because they're on sale, and you know, it will help me to die cut faster. But you would always probably think about cutting 2 most of the time rather than cutting a single one. So this just makes it faster, and it was on sale, so why not? This set actually does go with, it coordinates with a stamp set, but I can't remember which one. I just know I didn't have it yet, so I went ahead and purchased it because they're still having their markdown. So if you go to the Paper Tray Ink website, you can still order from them until they turn to a wholesale site. So because they are still having the sale, I went ahead and purchased this set. And I don't know the names. They're probably on my receipt, but oh, here's my receipt. Let me get that off there. This one is cherries. Now they do have a stamp set for this, but the stamp set is really more of a sentiments. I think it's called Fruit Salad. This is just the cherries. So you get the stems, some really big cherries, and some leaves. I wanted to go ahead and pick up something like this because I thought it'd be fun for like a summer card. And then this one, this was back ordered somehow. So in one of my previous orders, I ordered the stamp set, but the die set got back ordered. So it went out of stock while I was ordering, and I was able to get my order through. So yeah, they finally sent that to me in this order. And these are just tags, you can see. So that does go with another set. There is a coordinating stamp set for this. I purchased this gem cover plate. So gemstone is what it's called. And you get 2 of these diamonds in here. There is a stamp set that goes with this. This is just a coordinating die. There is like a whole set with the different birthstones of the month. And there's another set, I believe, that has gems, I think. So I have those sets already. I just didn't have the cover plate to go with it. This cover plate I didn't have yet either. It's called Pretty Frame. Hope you can see that. I just like the shape of what's in it, so pick that one up. This has been out of stock for a very long time. This is a truffle box. So this is a 3D die. You can see here. You cut it twice, and it's the perfect size for those little lint candies, or you could put 2, I think, in here. lint candies or those Ferrero Rocher candies, those type size, you will cut 2 of these, and then the top has this little handle at the top of the box. So really cute box die. And the last thing I got from Paper Tray is the Raspberry Fizz cardstock, because the cardstock again is, I think the cardstock is not on sale. I'm not sure, but I ordered a 24 pack because I did not have this color yet. I did not know that. Okay, so that is my order from the Paper Tray Ink website. The next one is from the Greetery. She had restocked her store with everything, and I went back and picked up some of the things that I had already purchased or hadn't purchased. This is a double purchase, so I had the, I already have this in my set, but I cut it apart so I could make the backer, just plain backer, and I would have the inset. So this one I'm not going to cut apart. I'm just going to use it just like this to make my shaker cards or what have you, or 3D projects, so that the spacing will always be correct. I'll not cut this one apart. It'll just stay like this. This is the large terrarium. And then I got this coordinating stamp and die set. It's, what is it called? Sentiment Sweet, Thinking of You. I did not pick this up the first time, so I went ahead and got that. I don't know what held me back, but I figured I would get it since she was restocking. And then this set, which I also did not have, is Fur and Foliage #1. So I'm guessing there's going to be a series. Here are the dies for it, but this is a layered tree stamp set. And you get 2 sizes of trees. And then I also got the stencil. So this is a layered stencil with a tree in it. There's no image on it, so you can check out her website for samples. And then the last thing is the walkway. Now she does have a stamp set that has couples and children in it, but I didn't purchase it. I just purchased the stencils for making scenes. Okay, the last place I ordered from is the Ton Stamps. She again had a 30% off coupon, so I went on her site and ordered some things that were on sale. This is a cover plate that has flowers, and then it's got a little frame in the center. A motorcycle stamp, and then a die. Now this die does not go to this stamp. I purchased this individual layering die, so you can cut all the parts and pieces in different colors and layer it, and it will look a lot like this, but it doesn't match up exactly to that. I did that on purpose. I only purchased the stamp set because I wanted the sentiments for it. Okay. This is, what is it called? Sunnies. So the eyeglasses, and they're different shapes and patterns, and they did not have the die set to go with this, so I just purchased the stamp set because I thought it was fun. And then this one is the eagle set, which I had purchased before. It's sitting off to the side because I want to make a card with it. And then this is the coordinating die for it. So it's a layered eagle stamp. And now I have the die because it was out of stock when I ordered the stamp. And then the last thing I have here is the mountains layered stamp set and die set. So I picked that up. And that is my haul for today. Thanks for watching.